Welcome 7th standard children. This is your second history class. Now in the last class, where did I stop? About the Rajputs, isn't it? The Rajputs. The Rajputs have found an important place in that period. That is, you all are studying about the 1000 years. What all changed during this 1000 years. And I told you this word Rajputs came from the word Rajaputra. Rajaputra means the son of a ruler. And one thing, all this we came to know from the chronicles. The chronicler used to write the important historical events that happened in those days. Now between the 8th and 14th century, they gave importance to a group of warriors. The group of warriors means they were expert in fighting. They claimed themselves to the Kshatriya class. Kshatriya, I told you in the last class also, in those days the people were divided according to their occupation, background, occupation, that is Brahmanas at the top, then comes the Kshatriyas, then comes Shudras, then the low caste come. So Brahmanas and all, the priests and all belong to Brahmanas, priest, Pujariyalu, all that. Then the Kshatriyas, all the warriors, rulers and all came under the Kshatriya caste. Then Shudras means teachers, doctors, artisans, all that come under Sudras. And then the low caste, that is all the Pulayamari, SC, ST, they all come under the low caste. Now here, all these warriors, they claim themselves as the Kshatriya caste. So the term not, this Rajputs, not just for rulers and chieftains. Chieftains means the head of an area. Not only that, the soldiers and commanders also came under this group. So these poets and all have written these Rajputs as brave warriors, and they were very bold, and they also had the sense of loyalty. Loyalty means they were sincere. All this they were written. So beside these Rajputs, there were other group of people. Then when you read the textbook, you all can understand as Marathas, Sikhs, then Jats, Ahoms and Kayasthas. There were the other group of people beside the Rajputs. They also have found, they were also politically important during this period. Now, the next paragraph they are telling about the extension of agriculture. Because they want to do cultivation, they cut the forest, they cleared the land, clearing of forest and extension of agriculture. That means they gave importance to agriculture, krishil pradhaniyam koduthu. But there were changes in the habitat also. What is this? Habitat means the surrounding, environment that is there in the corner of the textbook, it is written. So there was change in the environment also, social and economic change in the environment. So due to the changes of this habitat, many forest dwellers began to migrate, began to move from one place to another. Forest dwellers means people who live in the forest. Now others, what happened? Other people and all, they stayed there only and started agriculture, and they were called as peasants. Peasants, P-E-A-S-A-N-T-S. Peasants means farmers. Peasants. So these peasants were influenced by market, chieftains, priests, monasteries and temples. And they also became, they started to pay tax also to these chieftains, these peasants, goods and services to the local lords. So they started, these peasants and all started to pay tax. Tax means not only in the form of rupees and paise, but also they gave the goods also, goods. They gave what they cultivated, for example rice and what they cultivated, that they gave as tax. And one thing children, so the society became more differentiated and people were grouped into jadis. This jadi, all know in Malayalam, oro jadikaraite, they were grouped, jadis. That is jadis or subcaste, adu kuda taana jadi okaite, subcaste. And these jadis were ranked according to their occupation and background. What occupation? For example, priest, brahmanas. Then warriors, they became kshatriyas. Then teachers, artisans and all came to sudras. Like that way, jadis were divided into subcaste according to their background and their occupation. And there were members in these jadis, and the members controlled the people. Same way, the jadis had their own rules and regulations and all. So these rules and regulations, they told by forming an assembly. That assembly is called as Jadis Panchayat. That assembly, you know what is an assembly means? All the people will crowd together and the main head has to tell something, isn't it? Same way you all will have assembly, isn't it? The headmistress will have something to tell you all. So several villages were governed by a chieftain. Same way there were villages and each village had one head. Head is called the chieftain, Uru Talavan. That's called chieftain. Now next comes the region and empire. Region and empire. And you know that in that period, who and all became famous? The Cholas. Cholas means a group of rulers during one period. Our period, no, all rulers, they were called as Cholas. Same way Tughlaq. Tughlaq also a group of leaders. Other Tughlaq. And Mughals. So these three leaders were ruling that region. Cholas, Tughlaqs and Mughals. And all this we knew from where? From the Prashasti. Prashasti is a book written in Sanskrit by the Brahmanas. So in those days, you know, only the Brahmins know the language Sanskrit. It's very difficult. So that's why they knew the Sanskrit. That's why they had a high position in the society. Because their knowledge is very high, so they had high place in the society. So from that Prashasti we came to know that one of the ruler, that is Delhi Sultan Ghiyasuddin Balban. So when you open the textbook you come across that name. What is that? Delhi Sultan Ghiyasuddin Balban, that is between 1266 and 1287. He was very famous. Why? Because he was a strong ruler and he almost conquered many areas. That is from, you know, that India, from Bengal, you know, north, south, east, from Bengal to Afghanistan in the west, and also most of the areas in south also. All were afraid of him because he was very strong ruler. For example, Andhra, Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Gujarat and all the people fled before his armies. Fled means they got frightened and ran away from his armies. Whose army? Ghiyasuddin Balban's army. So almost most of the areas in India was under this Ghiyasuddin Balban. Same way. And here almost the 18th century, the Mughal dynasty almost declined. Decline means ekadesham tagarna nilayilai, 18th century. Now we will come to the old and new religion. Old and new religions. You know what? Old religion means in this period also there was major development in religious tradition. ഒരു മതപരമായിട്ടുള്ള ചടങ്ങിലൊക്കെ ഭയങ്കര പ്രാധാന്യമായിരുന്നു. അതിൽ ഒരു ഇംപ്രൂവ്മെൻ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, ഡെവലപ്മെൻറ്റ് ഓൾസോ. Now you know that before Hinduism was very popular that time, Hinduism. And there was many change. The Hinduism means, what did they worship? Deities. Deities means D-E-I-T-I-E. Deities means the statue of gods, deities. Deities means statue of God. അതായത് ദൈവത്തിൻ്റെ ബിംബങ്ങളെ ആണ് അവർ പൂജിച്ചത്. So worship of new deities, then construction of temples, then and also the importance of the Brahmins. They were the priest, പൂജാരികളായിരുന്നു. All became very politically important during this age, and these Brahmins became a dominant group in the society also, because they know the Sanskrit text and also that earned a lot of respect for the Brahmanas in the society. And there was a major development in the emergence of idea of bhakti. You know what is bhakti? The idea of the bhakti also came, because without the dependence of the priest, they began to worship the idols. Idols means the deities and all. And this period is they brought the teachings of the Holy Quran. Now who brought the merchants, അതായത് കച്ചവടക്കാർ, merchants and migrants, എവിടെ നിന്നൊക്കെയോ വന്ന ആൾക്കാരാണ്. They brought this religion, that is not only the teachings of Holy Quran. The teachings of Holy Quran came into India in the 7th century. This Holy Quran teachings came in the 7th century, and you know that Muslim regard, the Muslims, you know, they are the follower of this Holy Quran. So they considered Quran as their holy book, and they told that there is only one God, that is the Allah. Allah is the one God, and He is the God who love, mercy and bounty would fall on those who follow this religion. Now, and in those days many rulers were follower of this religion, that is the Holy Quran. Many followed this religion, that is the Muslim. Now in those days Muslims were divided into two, that is Shia Muslim and the Sunni Muslim. Now Shia Muslim, they considered Prophet Muhammad's son-in-law, that is Ali, Prophet Muhammad's son-in-law Ali, as their leader of the Muslim community. But Sunni, they followed that Khalifa. Khalifas mean the leaders. The Khalifas are their leaders. That is the Sunni Muslim, they believed in Khalifas, and that is Shia Muslim, they considered Ali as their leader. Next, thinking about time and historical periods. What thinking about time? In those days the period were divided into three, that is Hindu, Muslim and British. In the middle of 19th century, British ruled over India. So they divided the India into three periods, that is the Hindu, Muslim and British. And in those days we can find only historical change. In other changes and all, there was no development at all. ഒരു ഡെവലപ്മെൻറ്റും ഇല്ല മറ്റേ കാര്യത്തിന്. Only in the historical change they noticed in that. Then here you know that before I told you about hunter gatherers, farmers and all, isn't it? People lived in towns and villages, but later they gave importance to Hinduism and Islam as their major religion. They gave very important, and you know that period was called as medieval period and modernity. Medieval period means middle age. Middle age means they didn't give importance to all that. In the modernity they gave intellectual advancement also. By intelligently they moved forward, and also side by side the land also began to prosper because of the wealth of India. There was level of prosperity. So this wealth means what? All the spices, all that. India had a large wealth. So this wealth was attracted by the Europeans. So the European started to trade with India. That's how the interest of European trading companies began to settle in India. That's what this chapter, children. Thank you, children. The rest I'll continue in the next class. You all read the text very well and understand what I have taken. Thank you, children.